Time to the Minute, Lesson 10.1. The essential question for this lesson is, how can you tell time to the nearest minute? In this lesson, you will tell time using an analog clock and a digital clock. On a digital clock, the numbers tell us the time. And on an analog clock, you have to tell the time the hands are pointing to. Remember, the hour hand is the shortest hand, and the minute hand is the longest hand. Where is the minute hand on an analog clock at 5:15? Remember that 5:15 means 15 minutes after. The minute hand is on the 3 at 5:15. Where is the minute hand on an analog clock at 1:30? Remember, half past means 30 minutes past. The minute hand is pointing at the 6 at 1:30. What is another way to say 10:45? Remember, the clock can be broken up into quarters. Each quarter is 15 minutes. So for 10:45, we can say 11:45. Because it is 15 minutes until 11 o'clock. Now that we've had a little bit of review, let's take a look at our first practice problem. The problem says, Groundhog Day is February 2nd. People say that if a groundhog can see its shadow on that morning, winter will last 6 weeks. The clock shows the time when the groundhog saw its shadow. What time was it? Be sure to underline your question. What time was it? To find the time, we will look at the picture of the clock. The hour hand is between the 7 and 8, so I know the hour is 7. In 1 minute, the minute hand moves from one mark to the next on a clock. It takes 5 minutes for the minute hand to move from one number to the next number on a clock. You can count by fives to tell time to 5 minutes. Count 0 at the 12. 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So the groundhog saw its shadow at 7:35. We would write 7:35. We would read it as 7:35 or 35 minutes after 7. One way to tell time is to find the minutes after the hour. The hour hand is between the 1 and the 2. It has just passed the 1 but has not passed the 2. So I know the hour is 1. To find the minutes, count on by 5s and 1s from the 12 on the clock to where the minute hand is pointing. 0, 5, 10, 15, 20. Now I notice I've ran out of fives, so I need to count by ones. 21, 22, 23. So the time is 1:23. We can read this as 1:23 or 23 minutes after 1. When a clock shows 30 or fewer minutes after the hour, you can read the time as the number of minutes after the hour. Another way to tell time is to find the minutes before the hour. The hour hand is between the 2 and the 3. It has passed the 2, but it has not passed the 3. So I know the hour is 2. The minute hand has passed 2:30. When a clock shows 31 or more minutes after the hour, you can read the time as the number of minutes before the next hour. To do that, count by fives and ones from the 12 on the clock back to where the minute hand is pointing. 0, 5, 10, 15. I can't go to the next 5, so now I'm going to count by ones. 16, 17. So I can read the time as 17 minutes before 3, because the next hour will be 3. When I write the time in numbers, I will write 2:43. Be careful and remember that time after the hour uses the previous hour, and time before the hour uses the next hour. On this problem, we are saying before, so we must use the next hour.
Oh, look at the time. It's 5 minutes before my bedtime. Good night.